And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved Mega Factory. Well, our missiles are just going nuts. I beat them back. My lasers over here, these batteries, these two on the ends here, these two were completely empty. And so I kind of panicked a little bit, and I built a little bit of a imbued missile system, and as fast as this was, it beat them back. It got rid of a lot of the bosses that were in the line. And the other change that I made, I went up to check my missiles, and only half. This bank over here was the only one that had missiles in it. This one, there were 0 missiles in this setup. And the reason was it was launching so many missiles that 2 of these were not able to keep up. So I doubled the number of solar panels on this because it was just constantly pushing missiles up there. So in order to not only beat them back, but also to consume missiles at a faster rate, I doubled that up. So we are chewing through the missiles. And then I moved from feeding this composite fuel. I was actually taking from this, pushing it into here, because this needed this fuel, and I hadn't realized that I was pulling fuel out of this thing. So once this emptied, this could no longer operate. So I wanted to continue this going, and so I hooked this back up, because this uses, for every one of these missiles that launches, it uses 50 composite fuel. So it's quite a hefty composite fuel user. But otherwise, looks like they are creeping in a little closer. The imbued missiles have stopped crafting, so I'm only launching the basics. So here they come a little bit closer. But that's okay, because we are just about out of missiles, and I've got the first batch of rack rails in, so I've got 5,400 rack rails. I want to build, first of all, let's go to logistics, and I want to build 3 of these, which is 27. And then I want to build in extraction. I want to build 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, as far as smelting goes, casting basin, I need 75. We get 5 at a time, so that's 15 clicks. 15 times 16 is more than 211. So I'm going to need a batch of chrome and molybdenum to smelt in those arc smelters before I'm able to craft the basins and the blast furnaces. The setup that I have downstairs is set up to support 2 2 cargo lifts for each ore, which will support 2 blast furnaces for each ore, and support it'll have 1 trencher for each ore. 1 trencher should be able to keep up, because 1 trencher does 810 ore per minute. I believe that is what is set at. So 810 ore per minute, not too bad. So by the time I go and build these trenchers, I should be able to do the orbital strike for the final corner. Now, I'm not going to ride the cargo lifts all the way down. That is a painful process. I do want to make sure this is all loaded, though. We're not going to be able to run the trenchers just yet, just because we don't have enough power going down there, which is part of the reason why I want to do the OET one last time because I want to repurpose all of these turbines to go down to the cold caverns. Because I need a little bit of power gen down there before I can actually get to the beefy power gen. So that's what the plan is for that. So let me teleport cue the train. As you can see, I do this quite a bit. So I should have, let me get my world to load in here. Be all pinky. So here is one mine shaft. Here's another. Here's one mine shaft, and here's the other one of these. So these are all ready to go, and they were quite high. So these go up quite a ways, but I should be able to put a hopper there. And let's see. I'm going to take these away. And then take, what is that glowy thing? Okay, that is there. That's good for that. So let's build us a trencher. That's the motor. I want the head. Oh. Oh man, did I build that wrong? But I should be able to build a hopper. That's the center, which I think it is. I mean, it's way up there, but I think that's the center. Should be able to build the hopper right there, maybe. Why did I not count that out right? That just makes me mad. Too much of a hurry, I guess. Trying to get too much done. So there's the motor, or the head, the cutter head. Yeah, I could bump this over one, because that's not centered either. So let's do that. I just don't want to mess with it. Let's go over here to time this out. I need 1, 2, 3. Nano disintegrator. Didn't want to nano disintegrate my trencher head. And yeah, I don't have any space in my inventory, so that is just great. Huge storage hopper. You, and you. There we go. And take these out. There we go. Now I should be able to build it over here. And this will actually work now. Oh, the floatiness. There we go. So, did I do that right? I think so. Yep. The rack rails will tell me if I'm right. So this thing actually got a little bit of power. So, but it uses 500 power per second. So I don't have nearly enough power coming down here to be able to support all of this stuff, because I've just got 320 power coming down. But this should work. This one I think I counted out right. Oh, no, that's wrong. 3. Oh. And one more. Now this will auto rotate once the motor is in. There it goes. And I can take this, and this out. This and this. We're gonna need a lot more power down here. There, there. So I want to teleport 112 minus 250. No, minus 230 minus 98. That should put me in the cold caverns. There we go. I turned this power off because the cryoplasm was getting a little close. So there's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one. So I originally had this chromium coming up right here, but of course this thing stopped me. Okay, so there we go, there, and there, and there. These are going to be all cargo lifts. So let's get those fleshed out here. I'd like to get the rack rails going, but these are going to consume quite a lot of power. And again, I don't have a whole lot of power down here. So I need to get my turbine set up and running. Unfortunately, I don't know where my biomass is coming up. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, I only built enough for 2. I needed, or 3. I needed 4. So logistics, cargo lift, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. What? Did I not just build? Oh. Thought I built 3 at a time when I built that. I only clicked 3 times. There we go. Take these away because they are in the way of my blast furnaces. So the plan is to have a blast furnace on each other kitty corner. So a blast furnace over here and one over here. And then one on this side and one on this side. And the casting basin will go, somewhere in this vicinity right here. And I'll have pipes coming out of the blast furnaces coming around and routing into the casting basin. So it's actually got to be a little close to the C5 in order to work, because the pipes for the casting basin can only go so far. So that might add a wrinkle into this plan, as they are a little further apart than I'd want. But if worse came to worse, I've got almost 5,700 organic rock to make minecarts. So that is an option. But we're going to need a lot more power down here. So much more power. And I think my biomass is coming up somewhere around here. It's just a little far away. So I might have to bring fuel and basically cargo lift fuel down here. because up here I've got quite a lot of fuel, pretty close. I've got all those turbines along this edge back here, so it wouldn't take much to bring some fuel down and load a cargo lift up right here and bring fuel down. And I would have to then have another lift to then bring the empties back up, because that's the thing. So I'm not too concerned with that, but it is going to require a lot of composite fuel because I have to load 600 at a time. And if I do the load any and then run it, it'll still try to load. It'll still push 600 down to the bottom. Or it'll try. I could use a smaller hopper where it would limit that. So I guess I could do that and use like a medium-sized hopper down there. So let's take a peek at how many missiles we have left. 87, perfect. Let's grab the... Oh, the lag is real. We're going to grab the orbital strike controller. We are going to load it in somewhere here. We're going to take out this corner over here before it's too late. Oh yes, we've got a lot of heavies coming our way. That's a lot of heavies. We're just going to buzz through the tunnel. Look at... Oh my god. Come on, base. You need to load. You need to load a little faster than that. Let me get some power going here. Otherwise, Arthur just drains his whole supply. So I kind of want to take 14 of those, put them into imbued, and maybe get rid of some of those heavies. I'm pretty sure my lasers can take care of the heavies, but the bosses, the bosses are a little bit difficult to deal with. And I don't mind if I lose. I just want to use as many of those as possible. Okay, let's let the freaking system load in here. Okay, you are sticking out of somewhere. And it's time to meet your maker. Here we go. The final corner is just about to go down, which is awesome. I must say, it's pretty awesome. It's that part of the game when this is essentially the end of the vanilla game. Like I said a few episodes ago, this is, the win of the vanilla game. And then if you don't have Frozen Factory, this is where it ends. If you do have Frozen Factory, we got a lot more work ahead of us. The last 4 or 5 episodes essentially have had the longest playtime in between episodes of the entire series so far. There's been a lot of prep work done in the cold caverns and all of this work that's been going on down there. So it's been quite a lot of work. There we go. A very big hole is made. And yes, the other wasps are there and they're lumbering towards my base, but no more attacks. Okay, what? I don't even know what killed me. Like, what killed me just then? There was nothing in my way. Oh well. It's one way to get back to the base anyway. So as you can see, yeah, the monsters are upon us. We are out of missiles. So no more missiles. Let's see. Yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, we've had a lot of playtime in between episodes, just clearing out everything out of the cold caverns to give us room. And all of that work in between episodes. So I'm hoping from here on out, I'll be able to record more episodes for each hour played. Where in the previous few episodes was roughly, well, let's see, I'm on episode something like 75, and I've got about 45 hours into the game. So it's close to an hour and a half per episode. And the last bit was probably the most time in between episodes, playing a lot of hours here without recording anything, which is a detriment to my psyche. Look at all the organic stuff we've got built up here. Looks like eyes finally. Did I just grab? Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of organic stuff backstuffed here. A lot of organic stuff. Wow. Look at all that in there. That's an impressive, sir. And I'm probably going to need some more space here, but I'll see where it goes. 2,200 pristine faceted eyes. And we have a perfect facet eye for reasons, so I'm going to put one of those in there. Yeah, this thing is going to go gangbusters now. All right. And I'm letting the OET charge only because I turned off, you can see I turned this off a while ago, and it has been basically sitting idle, but even when they're idle, they use a little fuel. So by doing this, I am able to use up the line, get rid of all of those fuel canisters without actually having to have them in my inventory, which is nice. So this thing definitely will not charge all the way because the fuel has gone all the way down to here. So it's running out pretty quickly. And once it is done and dead, the OAT can stay there. But I need to take down the turbines, and we need to figure out a way to move the fuel down to the cold caverns. Which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do with cargo lifts. Which makes me need to build. I need 18 more of these. There we go. And I want to build them over here, sort of close to my mine shaft. I could use this side of my mine shaft So, like, go up here and go down. No, go down here, go up here. One of the two. That would work, I think. I think it would work. I'm not 100% sold on the idea, but I think it's a good way of moving a few materials down without getting too crazy with it. That was weird. That had the leaf texture on it. But yeah, now I need some more power gen. And let's see, power generation, organic solar. So I've got lots of chitin, lots and lots of it. I'm not worried about that. We are just going to need quite a bit to build a couple of those organic solars. We need some turbines down in the cold caverns bad. I need a lot of power gen and a lot of power distribution. So I'm going to need to build some Mark IV batteries, some conduits, which are a blast. But in order to build conduits, power transmission conduits, we need these polished chrome lens here. So that is something that we're going to need to have on the bus, but I don't really want it on the bus because I kind of have to do it on the bus. This is the mega factory though, and that's the whole point, is to be able to automate some of this stuff. But to come up here and grab, a few hundred, like 200, well, what's the... You craft 3 at a time, I believe. Yeah, you craft 3 at a time. So each one is 27. No, each one is 9. So there's really no easy way. So 900 is a nice even number. But we don't have a hopper that stores 900. There's really no easy way of having a decent system to count by threes or count by 25 or count, whatever. I need a hopper that part of the UI allows me to set how many slots it has. The only unfortunate thing about that is the nasty amount of memory that you would have to do, because you'd have to put a max on it, because it would have to be able to store that much material. Because, no, I guess if it's a one-type hopper, you could get away with it, having a selectable maximum amount. Because a one-type hopper is just the item ID and the quantity. So the custom hopper that allows you to set up having a custom number. So I could set up a hopper that had, 900, and that would be exactly what 100 conduits. You could also put a hopper down and fill it with 100 things. So there are a couple ways to do it, but I'm not worried about it. But that'll have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.